Guerrera.
Guerrera. Oh, it really is Guerrera.
Yeah.
Before we get to Frank Guerrera, we were talking about if I put together a little montage of all the times I complained about how hot it was up here, that we can run it in December when I'm freezing and complaining about how cold it is up here. And Connor jumped in with, well, it would be a 5-hour show if we did that.
Freezing cold.
Well, that's the plan.
Okay.
But like Morning Joe decided to put together this morning a little montage of just from Friday night to Monday morning. Okay. A quick little piece from the Access Hollywood bus, a quick little piece from his Mea Culpa, quick little piece. This is what?
About the Blue Jays?
Not even talking to you about the Blue Jays.
Oh.
Not even discussing the Blue Jays. Nobody cares about baseball right this second, least of all Frank. John doesn't care about the Blue Jays. Even Jose right now is like, can we move on from the Blue Jays? Anyway, my point is just for them to get from Friday night from the Access Hollywood bus to post-debate, like Monday morning, it was like 7.5 minutes. Like, it's moving fast. So he's right. If we to put together a montage of all the times I complained about how hot it was, but you admit it, with the sun beating down on you, it's nice here, right?
I love the sun.
It's gorgeous. Anyway,
I feel alive.
How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing great. How are you, Jenna?
I'm good. Did you watch the greatest reality show of all time last night?
Of course I did.
Right, because it's must-see TV.
Yeah, it's must-see TV, is right.
I saw you get excited when I mentioned the Yankees, so I know you're a sports fan.
Yeah.
But was it hard for you to decide between one fight on a stage and one fight between the Packers and the Giants?
I was flipping back and forth.
You were?
Yeah, but I think the debate was more entertaining.
Am I right?
Yeah,
well, I mean, of course, the Giants lost, but it was far more entertaining.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yes, it was.
And there were moments when I honestly was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, can I hide behind here? Right? It was like
a few times like that. Yeah.
You couldn't watch.
Oh, boy.
But here's my best
No,
part.
I didn't say that. Okay.
Then there were times where all of a sudden you see her standing there, and he's like coming up and circling and moving, and he's walking, and he's dropping the mic, and he's There were no need for seats. Like, why did they even have seats?
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get that. The whole seat thing.
It was
the podium is a better approach for the debate. But.
It was definitely watchable television.
Yes, it was.
Did it sway you in any way?
No. No, it didn't sway me in any way. I have faith. You gotta have faith in the American people and hope that whichever candidate pulls this off, it's the best one.
Do you know who was in that room? Undecided voters were in that room.
Yeah.
How they found a group of people who at this point still have no idea who they're going to vote for is beyond me. But somehow they did.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Although the front row on both sides was like the most, awkward moments of people facing each other. Like Bill and Melania were like, how you doing?
That was as awkward as it gets, I think.
But I mean, Bill's sitting there with Chelsea, but like literally 8 feet away are like 5 people that accused him of raping them. Like it was just so. The whole thing
bizarre.
was crazy.
Something that we've never seen before.
Scale of 1 to 10. How drunk were you last night watching?
9.5.
9.5.
Yeah,
okay, so you were actually very sober.
Only because I had to be here today. Or it would have been like a 13.
Yeah, no, you were very sober compared to most people. We're doing shots with various words. Canada was one of them. I think there was Jose was another word that people were drinking on. But I only asked you that because if anyone is going to be able to enjoy themselves with a cocktail or two, it would probably be you.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you have come up with, from what I understand, a very pleasant, a good combination of two very popular drinks that you have fun like. Why drink them separately when you can put them together?
That's right.
Talk to me.
So, Punzoné, it's an organic Italian line of spirits. We have 3 products.
Yeah.
Our classic vodka and 2 very unique blended vodkas, which there's no competitive set. They like the cocktail version of a bottle of wine.
Wait, did the vodka need improvement? People weren't happy with vodka?
No, the straight vodka is incredible. Super smooth, but...
Not that I know. I've never had a drink in my life.
Yeah, really?
Not really.
So then you have we have a blood orange sangria vodka that is just amazing, and a lemon sangria vodka that just bring a totally new and unique drinking experience to the vodka category.
2 things. One, you could put the words blood orange in front of anything, and I'll be like, well, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Don't have it.
Oh,
this sweater is a blood orange
delicious.
sweater. And I'm like, so good. I love this sweater. And number 2, what were you doing before putting...
I had a finance company for 12 years. The brand is here because of the blood orange sangria vodka. It's something I used to make at home. I used to make homemade wine, and one day I started experimenting, adding some vodka and some fresh blood orange juice. And then my punch was born, which Punzoné means punch in Italian. And I spent 6 years developing this brand back and forth to Italy, which, in my opinion, the finest ingredients in the world.
Of course, why wouldn't they be?
We've created the whole brand certified organic, so all natural, no preservatives, no added sulfites, and it's doing well on the market right now.
So let me see if I can recap this. Finance guy.
Yeah.
You live in the city?
No, I actually live in Staten Island.
Okay, I don't know where that place is, but lives near the city. Enjoying being in the city. You work in the city?
Every day.
Every day,
yeah.
right? Manhattan, you're doing finance, you have your life going, everything's great, and then all of a sudden you pick up this hobby of making your own alcohol because there are not enough choices out on the market. And all of a sudden, you come across like a neat concoction. You were like, let me see if I can add this with a little bit of this, and this, and this, and you're like, you know what, this doesn't taste bad. This actually doesn't suck.
And, you know, it's the 2 blended vodkas are also done at 34 proof. So it's not like our classic 80 proof vodka. So it's made to just enjoy on the rocks. Shake it as a martini. You can make cocktails with it. You can create a spritzer. But it's very, very unique. And you know, the organic side of it just brings a proposition to like I said, the vodka category that doesn't exist.
Do you think people are concerned when they're drinking that it's not organic? That they really want all their food to be?
Well, it is organic.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Do you think the problem before was that people were like, you know, I'd love to drink, but I'm going all organic, so I'm unable to find.
You know, the reason why...
I'm being funny with you, but I love the fact that it is organic.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know, organic is hot. You know, people are getting smarter.
Yeah.
You know, if you're eating organic, you're drinking organic, and you're just living an organic lifestyle, you're an educated person. You know, you didn't just wake up one day and say, you know, I want to eat clean, I want to eat organic, because maybe you had an illness, maybe something happened in your life to you or your family, and you know, you decided to eliminate preservatives and chemicals and things like that, and now, you know, you can enjoy a nice cocktail and feel a little better about yourself.
So what's in it?
What's in it?
It's vodka mixed with...
so the plain vodka is we distill it in Piemonte, Italy, okay? I blend...
Really? Piemonte,
Italy. We blend it with water from the Italian Alps. There's nothing else in there.
Doesn't that just sound fancy?
Beautiful. Vodka has everything to do with the water that you include. You know, just like any other water brand you may drink, you know, tastes different.
Yeah.
There's something different about it, you know? Same thing goes with making vodka, you know, and I think that the quality of the water is extremely important. But in the blended vodka, so what you have in the blood orange one is we blend that vodka with a Sangiovese red Italian sangria from Abruzzi and blood orange from Calabria. That's it. A couple little other ingredients that are secret, but we blend it just like you would blend wine, and we bottle it. No preservatives, no added sulfites, no chemicals, from the ground up. And then we have our lemon, which is same blend, just a different grape and a different citrus. So we have our classic vodka with a Chardonnay white Italian sangria and Sicilian lemon. Again, done at 34 proof. Just enjoy it on the rocks.
I don't know that much about proof. Is vodka normally 30?
No, vodka. The classic vodka is 80 proof. So this is kind of like your cocktail version of a bottle of wine. So this is to be enjoyed. You open it just like you open wine.
Yeah.
Pour it with your friends. Drink the whole bottle.
The whole thing.
And that's it.
Maybe have a second bottle.
It's like, I don't know what I want to drink tonight. Let's have a Punzoné.
So you could drink this. You don't normally. You think if I'm going to have vodka, I'm not in my house over dinner having some vodka.
No,
right?
you're not. This is what you're having.
Yeah, I'm out at a bar. I'm finding someone. I like that person. I need to have that person. But before I have that person, I must have much vodka.
Yeah,
that's usually that's vodka.
Yeah, you know, people are always caught in the middle sometimes, right?
Right.
You know, do I want a glass of wine or do I want a nice martini? What do I want? Punzoné brings both. Into one bottle, and it kind of like it's a product and a drink that you can just sip all night. You don't have to change your cocktail throughout the night. You can have it with dinner. You can continue on after you've eaten, and enjoy the rest of the night drinking the same cocktail.
How do you know? How did you know that this wasn't a hobby? You already have a job. You have what you studied. You have your whole life, and all of a sudden you make a left turn. I'm fascinated by the people that can make hard lefts in life.
It was tough. It was a big decision. You know, it was a mortgage company that I had, and at the time where I made this transition, it was when the real estate industry was plummeting, the boom and all of that going on. And at the time, my wife, she was in acupuncture school. She became an acupuncturist. So we decided to, you know, people were encouraging me to bottle this. This is something I made at home.
Yeah.
So I was literally going to try and put a label on it and put it at the local liquor store, because people are like, I want to buy it. I want to have it at my parties. Everybody wants it. So it started there. And to make a very long story short,
too late, Frank. It's too late.
Yeah, no, I'm in deep. This is all I do, and that's it. You know, I'm full force into this. The market is embracing it.
They are.
Yeah, and you know, distribution opened up for us recently nationally. We have some great things in mind for the brand in 2017, and I'm really excited about it. Glad I did it.
Is there anything else on the market like it?
Nothing. There's no competitive set to my blended vodkas, nothing like it exists. The straight vodka, there are no organic or Italian propositions in the premium market space. You know, and it's up for grabs. I mean, look what Tito's did in the sub-premium category. Literally took the market over. So now in the premium category, you know, you have your Grey Gooses of the world, your Chopin, your Belvedere, but people are tired of that.
Right.
You know, in the premium sector, you know, they want something new.
Yeah.
You know, but there has to be a why factor. You know, why? What brand should come in and be the next Grey Goose? Because, you know, history repeats itself. Every 10, 12 years, a new premium comes and takes the marketplace. And Punzoné brings a proposition. Being Italian, something the consumers are not accustomed to, although they recognize Italian with the highest quality in the world. And then the organic cherry on top, I think, not only in the spirits industry, but mainstream organic is becoming super, super hot.
Right. I agree. Where'd you come up with the name?
Punzoné means punch in Italian, and this was referred to. Can you make your punch? Please make your punch.
But don't you think, like, do we just have the worst language? Like, people get Chinese tattoos because somehow it's exciting, and they're like, oh, what does that mean? Lego set. It literally means Lego set, but somehow in Chinese it's great. Punzoné, like, it sounds like I want it. I want whatever you have called. Ooh, what is it? Punch. But if you bottled this and just wrote punch, guess how many people are buying it?
None.
None of the people.
You know,
nobody's buying the punch.
It was fascinating because at the time I'm like trying to think of a name, and your mind brings you to so many traditional Italian like words.
So in your mind, it was going to be an Italian word no matter what.
Yeah, it was. Well, not necessarily, but when people like just punch, and I'm like, wait a minute, Punzoné, and people are like, what? Punzoné? I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so do I.
Right.
That's the name, you know.
The name.
So it worked out well. The name sticks with you. It's funny because on the marketing side, there's so many ways to go with it because sometimes people don't necessarily know how to pronounce it. Most people do. They'll say Punzoné. But then I had some people like on social media, and they'll be like, I can't wait to go to the store. I'm buying a bottle of Punzone. We're gonna get in the Punzone tonight. I'm like, that's hysterical.
Fine,
okay,
run
with it. Do what you want.
Just to let you know, the audience that you're speaking to, not you, but me, when you first came on, as you were talking, I was looking at it. I was about to ask you about the name before you said it, and I was like, Impotade. I was like, Impotade is an interesting name until I read it in English, which just said imported. So I thought it was called Impotade. Please don't let that be a reflection of all of my intelligence, just most of my intelligence. Here's my thing. I go out. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm nothing if not honest here. I always want to sound a little cooler than I really am. My cool factor is really low when it comes to alcohol. Okay. I'm a phenomenal drunk. Like, nobody's funnier. I mean, like, I'll hit on this table, but I'll also make the table laugh. Like, it's a two-punch with me. Where my problem lies is ordering something that sounds cool. Right? So I just say, can you just give me, whether I like it or not, give me a drink that sounds cool that I can order. So for years, once I dated someone and he loved Kettle One, so it always became, let me get Kettle One and soda. I hate Kettle One and soda, but that was what I drank because it was fun and easy to say. Yeah. So what was your drink? I mean, were you always a big fan of vodka before you came up with this?
I was always really a wine drinker, and when I did switch it up, it was a vodka martini.
It was always vodka.
That's where this came from. That's what was in my cabinet, you know, and very, very once in a while with a cigar, a nice scotch or something.
Me too.
But for the most part, it's wine. And if I wanted to, you know, step it up a notch, it was a vodka martini. So that's how these two were kind of born, because I had them both there.
Yeah.
Wine was boring. Plain sangria, because that's what we have
festive.
there. It weighs you down. It's too sweet. You know, you have a couple glasses, you're like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And now I created this blend that was just perfect. You know, it was light.
So you don't have to add anything to it.
You don't have to touch it.
You can enjoy it.
You can make cocktails with it, and I have many that you can create with any one of these products. But
you can pour and enjoy.
Pour it on the rocks, and you're done. A little fresh fruit, or you can actually put it in a shaker, shake it as a martini, and you make yourself a fabulous martini. Now put that out to your guests.
Yeah.
You know, and you say, you know, what is that? You put out this martini, beautiful color red, and
all of it.
And they're like, wow, what is that? Well, it's vodka with an Italian sangria and blood orange from Calabria. And they're like, you just made that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it. Yeah.
Nice.
Enjoy.
I love it.
Actually, a little programming note. Punzoné is actually the first sponsor of the Daily Show.
Okay.
Can't call it that. Go on.
Our Daily Show?
Our
Daily Show. And so we're going to come back to that. I just wanted to make sure everybody recognized that it was a sponsor.
We have to do that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's actually like something we should be doing it. I don't know if we
awesome.
have to
So
do that.
we'll come back and get drunk.
And we'll come back. Well, Frank will be back on after John's segment.
Okay, perfect.
And we have to sip.
And
can we?
I would love to
sip. And,
so
And in the...
Well, my brother's coming
Columbus
on the
Day.
show.
Well, it's Columbus Day.
Columbus Day.
And listen,
and we are talking about it.
And my brother's coming on the show. My brother is a plastic surgeon here in New York. He's my little brother, but little. He's like 37. Anyway, we've never had a drink together ever because the only thing we drink at home is Manischewitz, and no one's drinking that. And I'll have a sip, and I'll have a sip.
That sounds great.
Nice. And Marcy Olin says you're the best drunk ever.
I once ran around the house and chased her with a wooden spoon. I didn't understand why. Thank you, Marcy, for bringing that up. Much appreciated. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks so much, Frank.
Thank you.
All right, let's get John.